Now we're going to go into the organ cleanse. The organ cleanse is really focused on the vital organs in the body: the lungs, the heart, the spleen, the liver, the stomach, the colon, the kidneys. But also I just want to show you how you can also connect to other parts of the body. Anytime you're having any issues in the body and you really want to kind of stimulate the healing process and really help to accelerate the healing process, I'll show you how to connect to it. And a lot of these things you'll notice that we do subconsciously. Now that you know about it, you can really help to improve that function in the body. So in Chinese medicine, all of our meridians go through our extremities. So our hands and our feet have all of our meridian lines. So when we take our hands and connect it to different parts of the body, it's really creating these levels of connection, of communication with your hand and all of your meridians with that point of the body. Okay? So subconsciously, we'll do this. If you have a stomach ache, you'll naturally put your hands on your stomach. If you have a headache, you'll put your hands on your head. If you bang your knee, you'll grab the knee. So subconsciously, what you're doing is all your information lines are connecting to that point of the body to say, hey, what's going on? What do I need? What can I do for you? What can I get? They're creating that feedback loop so your body can help extend that part of the body, whatever it needs to repair and get into its optimal function. Okay? So now that we know that, we can start to really help accelerate that. You know, when you see runners exhausted, what do? They put their hands on their kidneys. So we can do that. And if you have people, if any of you have trouble sleeping at night and wake up a lot to use the bathroom, try this. Before you go to bed, as you're laying in bed, put your hands over your kidneys and just lay there, focus on your kidneys. And again, let go of the past or the future. We're not directing, we're just listening. We're being present with the kidneys. Spend about 5-10 minutes there and then bring your hands and go to bed. See how that relaxes you and see if you wake up in the middle of the night. I was doing this talk one time years ago at a big audience in Croatia about water and about connecting to the organs in the body, especially the kidneys. And I told everybody this exercise about connecting to their organs. The next day, a lady came up to me, said she hasn't slept in 20 years through the night. And she, in tears, started telling me last night was the first night that she slept through the night. She tried that. She says, what do I got to lose? Put her hands on her kidneys as she was falling asleep. And she said she slept through the night. And it was the most beautiful sleep she'd ever had. So it's just a simple little thing, but can cause the greatest impact on your life. And again, it's really creating that connection with yourself, with your body, to really understand, literally become your greatest teacher, become your greatest doctor. Creating that connection will go a long way. So anytime you're having any issues in the body, you can just spend some time holding that part of the body. Close your eyes, visualize that point of the body, really focus on seeing your hands, and just spend time with that part of the body, okay? So with the organ cleanse specifically that we're going to do in the routine, it's going to be following the meditation. So first we'll go into the physical practice, then the meditation, and then we'll go into the organ cleanse. Okay, now that's when, once you have these 3 full steps, this can easily take your practice to over an hour. Okay, so I understand some days you're not going to have that much time. So start to feel in with the rhythm of your body. When you wake up, what do you feel your body needs? Does it need more physical exercise? Does it need more meditation? Does it need more of an organ cleanse? And adjust your practice to yourself that day. Okay, we'll go in a later video and I'll talk about how to adjust practices for shorter times. But for now, just, if you do 5 minutes of meditation and 20 minutes of organ cleanse, that can be just as good as 20 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of organ cleanse. Really play with that balance and tune into your body and see what your body needs. That's the whole goal of this practice, of you becoming your own healer. You really have the power in your hands to transform your life and your body. Okay, so from meditation, when we're sitting here in our meditation, after we've spent double the time in our dantian, we're going to first start with some mouth exercises, okay? This is really going to help to stimulate the saliva, also known as the gold or the jade fluid in the body. So we're going to stimulate that fluid, stimulate the saliva, and then forcefully swallow it down to the dantian. Okay, now all of our enzymes, all of our digestive enzymes, and a lot of the things that our mouth and saliva contain, will go through, but if we don't send it all the way down, it's got to bypass all these things to go down to our belly, down to our stomachs. So we're going to help generate the saliva, the enzymes, and send it down to the dantian. So this is going to help with digestion. It's going to also help with a lot of the information that's contained within your saliva. You know, at my wife's medical clinic, you can come in, you spit in a tube, literally your saliva in a tube, we send it off to a lab, and there's so much information that we can get back just from your saliva. Okay, now when you do this internally, when you just send your saliva down, it's like sending it to your own internal lab. Remember in an earlier video when I mentioned your body is the most advanced compounding pharmacy in the world. So you're literally forcefully swallowing your saliva, you're sending it to your own internal lab, you're analyzing it internally, and then your body is helping to adjust to really modify your body to what it really needs. Okay, so again, it's tuning in, fine-tuning your body to what you need. So to begin with the mouth exercises, after we spend double the amount of time in our dantian, we're going to first start with the mouth exercises by pressing the tongue behind the front teeth, just like we do when we're holding the breath. Keep the lips closed and open the jaw as wide as you can. And then we're going to bite down. And we're going to repeat that 12 times. Tongue behind the front teeth, lips closed, open the jaw as wide as you can without opening the lips. And repeat 12 bites. Feel the saliva start to build up in your mouth and refrain from swallowing just yet. Just allow the saliva to build. After 12 bites, we're then going to circle the tongue 3 circles both directions, almost like painting or brushing your teeth with your tongue. You're going to circle around the top of the front teeth and then the bottom front teeth. 3 circles in one direction, and then 3 circles in the opposite direction. Feel the saliva build up. Again, refrain from swallowing yet. After 3 circles both directions, we're then going to swish the saliva in our mouth 36 times, just like we do with mouthwash or oil pulling. 36 swishes. After 36, I'm going to forcefully swallow that saliva down to the dantian. Gather the saliva. Forcefully send it to your dantian. We're going to do 3 swallows. Good. That's going to be the mouth exercises. Now we're going to do some eye exercises. Keeping the eyes closed, I want you to circle the eyes as far as you can see in all directions. So you can start from the left and start to go up and to the right and then down and then back to the left. And you can go slower, see further and further, feel your eyes strain a little bit. This is stretching and exercising the eyes, washing the eyes. 3 circles in one direction and then 3 circles in the opposite direction. So after we finish the mouth exercises and sending that saliva down to the dantian, sending it to our internal lab for evaluation and reconciliation, then we're going to go into clearing the head. And this is also going to be really good for clearing headaches. A lot of times when we get headaches, it's creating a lot of pressure in the head and it's not draining in the back really easily. So that buildup creates that pressure. So we're going to go through and clear that pressure so that the head can drain and relieve that pressure of a headache, okay? So you're typically going to do this with your eyes closed. I know today we're going to be learning it, so you may need to keep the eyes open. So you're going to go from the dantian, bring the hands in front of the face, start to warm them up. As you feel your hands warm, you want to start to see that light start to get warmer. Starting to get this white light, this warmth, this heat, this chi. Then we're going to go into the neck and go up the neck, up the face, around the head, around the back of the neck, around the side, and back up to the front. Now you want to have gentle pressure, not too much, but have a little bit of pressure. And then constant flow, constant connection as you clear the head. Focus your mind on seeing your hands as they circle your head. I always like to call this the Qi facelift. Non-surgical, of course. No scarring. So we're going to do 12 circles around the head. And this is going to help stimulate, help drain any of that fluid, open up the flow. So stimulate the face. After we do 12 circles, and they're going to go into the heavenly drum. And so for the heavenly drum, you're going to come after that last circle, come down to this soft spot. So if you follow the skull until you get to that soft point, that's going to be the point where you're going to beat the heavenly drum, right? This is going to help clear any blockage or pressure right there at the blood-brain barrier, open up the flow. And when we do this, we're going to pressurize the ears. So you're going to fold your ears back with your palms and push inward. So we're going to go like here, and then go into the heavenly drum. So you're going to have your fingers, pointer over the middle finger, and press down with the pointer, creating that little thump. That's going to be your drum beat. So come down, pressurize the ears. Now, if you're not really hearing the drum beat, you can kind of go a little bit down or a little bit up. Really find that sweet spot where you hear a nice solid drum beat. And if you're also, you got to really make sure you're pressurizing, sealing the ears as you're doing that drum beat. And we're going to do 12 drum beats. And then we go into clearing the neck. Clear the front of the neck, going from the collarbone, from the jawbone down past the collarbone. At least 3 times. You can always do more. Then from the collarbone, one hand over the other from the soft point in the neck, go down the center of your body past your dantian at least 3 times. Clearing your center channel. And then we'll go into the organs, starting with the lungs. We're then going to come into the organs. So now we're going to begin focusing on the organs. So we're going to cross our hands, put them over the lungs, and connect to our lungs. Feel the warmth of your hands. Focus on seeing that warmth as white light filling your lungs. You'll also start to notice the deeper you go into physical practice, the more heat, the more warmth you're going to generate on the hands, the more energy you're going to stimulate, the more chi you're going to have, and then it's going to fill the organs. You're going to have more chi to put into the organs, really help stimulating the organs. So imagine your organs are like a cup, and the chi is flowing from your hands, filling the cup of your organs. And so you'll focus on seeing that light from the hands, seeing that warmth, fill the organs. And then over time, as you really focus the mind to start to see, you'll notice when the cup is full, that light will overflow out of the back. So you'll see this column of light coming from the hands, filling the organs, and then coming out the back. Once that light starts coming out the back, you can go ahead and circle the hands 3 circles both directions. For now, try to spend a couple minutes on each organ, at least 2 minutes on each organ when you're starting the practice. You can also, as you get deeper into the practice, really get intuitive with your body. One day you might feel your lungs need 1 minute and then they're good. And then your stomach needs 5 minutes. Just feel into your organs. And when you feel, okay, it feels good, then move on to the next. Before you move on to the next organ, we then circle. So we'll do 3 circles in one direction, keeping gentle pressure, washing the organs, stimulating the organs. 3 circles in one direction, and then 3 circles in the opposite direction. Really focusing your mind, seeing that column of light coming from your hands, washing your organs. 3 circles both directions. After 3 circles both directions from the lungs, we're going to go to the heart. One hand over the other, over the heart. Same thing here. Spend a couple minutes until you get to that point where you feel your heart is full. You see that light overflowing out the back. It's been a couple minutes. And then circle. 3 circles both directions. Keep the breathing relaxed. And we're not focusing on any stories of the past with our organs or trying to push our organs into any point in the future. We're just really being present with the organs. Your body will really create that communication of what the organ needs. After the heart, we're going to go to the spleen and the liver here just below the chest. We're going to separate the hands. They're almost fingertips. Your middle fingertips are almost touching right there in the middle. Hands just below the chest, one on each side. Keep breathing, relaxed. At first, this may feel a little awkward. You may feel your arms get a little tired. Same thing as in the practice. Focus on your focus point. With here, it's our organs, the spleen and the liver. And then on days when you have less time and you still want to connect to the organs, a quicker way of going through the organ cleanse is just take a deep breath into each organ. So you take a deep breath and feel yourself inhale. As you inhale and expand, you're bringing in that warmth, that heat, that chi from the hands into the organs. Hold it for a moment and then exhale and clear out the organs. And then 3 circles both directions. So that's a quicker way of going through the organ cleanse on days when you have a little bit less time. After 3 circles both directions, we're then going to go from the spleen and liver to the stomach. Now this is going to be above the belly button, so above the dantian. One hand over the other, focusing on your stomach. Feeling that warmth from the hand, feeling the stomach. Relax the shoulders, relax the body, focus the mind. And again, after our cup is full, we then circle 3 directions, 3 circles both directions. After 3 circles both directions, then we go down to the colon. This is going to be a little bit below our dantian, just above the genitals. Connect to the colon. Feel the warmth from your hands. Feel your colon. Again, it's always about bringing balance, bringing light to the inner darkness. See that white light. Fill the darkness inside. Relax the colon. Breathe into that warmth from your hands. Fill your cup. And after your colon is full, or it's been a few minutes, or you feel it's time to move on, 3 circles both directions, massaging the colon. So after the colon, we're going to go to our kidneys. For the kidneys, do your best to get skin on skin if you can, really connecting to the kidneys. So for the kidneys, you want to have your hands like this, skin on skin. Try to get directly on the kidneys, just above the hips, right there, lower back. Feel the warmth of your hands. Fill your kidneys with qi. Connecting to your kidneys. And for the kidneys, you'll see when they're full. Once the kidneys are full, you'll see that column of light come from the hands, come out the front. And at the beginning, just spend at least 2 minutes. As you feel intuitive with the organs, when you feel it's time to move on. Same thing as the others, we're going to do 3 circles in both directions. Focusing on seeing the hand circle with gentle pressure, massaging the kidneys, 3 circles, both directions. Now for the kidneys, because ideally you're doing this practice first thing in the morning, we want to stimulate the kidneys, and also right above the kidneys we have the adrenals. So we're going to do a deep massage going up and down like this on the kidneys, and we're going to go 100 times. This is going to be a little bit of an exercise. Again, keep breathing, stay relaxed, warming up the kidneys and adrenals, getting ready for the day. After 100 times, we're going to go to the knees. As the knees get ready to carry you through the day, feel the warmth of your hands connect to your knees. See the hands connect to the knees. Again, spending a few minutes with your knees. If you need less time, you need to move through the practice quicker one day, just take a deep inhale into the knees. Exhale, clear out the knees. And then 3 circles in one direction. And then we're going to go 3 circles in the opposite, bringing balance, bringing harmony. And then after the knees, we are done. Slowly crack the eyes open. Slowly see the ground. Calmly come back to your external world. Thank you.